Zero DTE morning analysis for our daily trade. I'm not in my normal venue. I'm in a tiny little office in a rented home. I'm here in Nolensville, Tennessee, here for a wedding in Nashville. So let's get to it. Let's check out the VIX. We're going to do three things. We're going to look at the direction of the market, our directional bias. Yesterday there was some definite pressure in the market, and the market has moved down now below my moving average. So let's just check that out. So we can see here's the whole moving average 21-day, and price has definitely moved down below that leading edge. So we're going to call that trend down. So that means that we'll be taking a out of the money put fly today if we do get a signal or an entry event, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Let's take a look at the VIX so we can figure out where we are in terms of our exposure to risk, and that's all dependent upon the volatility regime, and we pick our range. You can see that I don't have the normal annotations that I do on my trading view chart this morning. That's because I'm working off my laptop, but the VIX is right at around 1460 or so, so that means that we're going to be 10 or 20 wide. Let's take a look at the next thing to look at is the big ass fly. With the big ass fly, we get to choose, whether or not we're going to take a BAF trade this morning, which is a 50 wide out of the money E-mini futures butterfly. And it'll also tell us, based on the cost of that, whether or not we should be on the high end or low end of that range that we were just talking about. So let's go to Thinkorswim, and we can see that the debit this morning is definitely lower than yesterday, but from our point of view as a entry signal for the big ass fly, it's not quite low enough. I like it to be about 25 or less, and it's at 2670. That would put us pretty much what we were doing yesterday in terms of the range of the widths, somewhere between a 10 and 15 wide, probably gravitating towards a 15 wide fly. And so we've got our direction and we've got the width of our fly. Let's take a look at entry events. For that, we need to go back to Trading View and take a look at our ES chart. So this is our markup from the volume profile. And what we're looking for is structural levels that intersect with our morning session. The morning session is blocked off here with these vertical lines. We can zoom in on a little bit. And because we're looking for an out-of-the-money put fly, it means it will be below wherever when we choose to get in. But when we get in is the critical point. We're looking for a pullback, and that's because markets never go in a straight line. They do something like this, right? And if you've been trading long enough, then you know that if you're trading with the trend and you want to get into a position that is in the direction of the trend, you're waiting for those pullbacks, these pull-ups, pull up. Now, the interesting thing is that those pull-ups typically will happen at one of these levels, these structural levels, and that's why we actually create them in the first place. So let's see this one here. I'm going to modify these a little bit because they're relatively immature based on the we're near all-time highs, so it will change a little bit. So we're looking for pullbacks, say around the 6,000, 6,001, 6,002 area. Maybe another here. at about 59.90, and then here at about 59.63, 59.62. So what we're looking for when the market opens is a move that will look something like this, hit here, and then give us some sort of confirmation that that structural level is strong, and then it will start, hopefully it will start moving down. So we'll take an out of the money fly below the market, put fly. That's generally how it works. So that way we're incorporating trading with the market trend. We are right sizing our position according to the VIX and the amount of potential that's in our trade for the day. We have used our big ass fly to sort of moderate that, to figure out exactly where in that range that we should be, and we've identified our entry targets. So we should be good to go for a trade. Now, as far as the big ass fly, I often look at the NQ as well, because that's always in play. So let's take a look at the NQ. Just give me a second. There we are. Working with one monitor this morning is a little bit challenging, and it's a smaller one at that. All right. So the NQ is priced at 55 or 54.50. So that is definitely within our ballpark, and so I'm going to recommend that we take that trade this morning. Let's take a look at what economic reports we've got showing, so that so typically when we take it before economic reports come out, because we're expecting, if it's an impactful report, that there'll be some sort of volatility crush right after that, and then provide us with a very strong profit very quickly, and so the real-time profit line will jump up in that crush from the premium decay, and we might be able to make a quick $150, $200. And if it stays inside of our profit tent, then we're going to stay with that trade as long as we can and start managing that profit. Oftentimes we can go all the way to the end of the day and make the full profit. On this particular trade, that would be somewhere around $1,700. So let's take a look at right now. Let's see, go back to the big head first, and we'll take a look at what economic reports are coming out this morning. I'm talking quiet because there are still people sleeping here, believe it or not. All right. So we have core retail sales and retail sales. Both are highly impactful reports. They're probably mid to high tier in terms of the amount of energy that I would expect them to come in. I will put a link down below for my database of economic reports, and you can take a look at that. And Empire State Manufacturing. So also later this morning, or early before the market opens, we have an FOMC member speaking, Collins. It doesn't look like the market expects a lot of impact from there. And another, Williams, is speaking at 1:15 p.m. So all of this presents an opportunity, I think, today to see if some energies come into the market and give us a better opportunity for a trade. All right. So we're going to be taking the big ass fly on the NASDAQ, priced at, what did I say? About $54, $55, $54.50, $55. Well, there you go. So we're all set up for our Zero DTE trade, ready to go. We're going to take the big ass fly and possibly another trade, an out of the money butterfly trade after the market opens. We'll let you know what happens on Monday. Hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you very much. See you then.